everyone. Welcome to the Late Night Sunday Show with me, Tick. How's it going? Okay, just before we bring on our guest, welcome to the new year. I mean, this is going to be the first Sunday show of 2014, and hopefully we're going to get a good 40 more of these out this year, and there's obviously going to be some breaks in between, but wow, what a year last year was. I had my first guests, I got on Hypermindin, I went to a convention and met with a bunch of other YouTubers who are still talking to me, so must have done something right. Last year was fantastic, and this year I'm hoping will be even more so. I'm putting in a lot more effort into a lot of things, going to be going a lot of places, going to be speaking to a lot of people, and hopefully we can make this year a very, very good one. So, without further ado, let's bring on our guest, the fantastic Mr. Zueljin.
Oh, that was my crowd noise.
The crowd goes wild.
What up?
Hey, man, how's
Good,
it going?
man. I'm excited to be here. It's cool.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're excited, because
It's a nice.
you're also from...
It's a very nice studio.
Uh,
I was looking outside. The texture pack that I'm using makes the city look amazing, dude. It's really, really good.
I love the city. It's a fantastic little backdrop.
Yeah.
And it goes on for miles. There's so much more than I
Yeah.
needed.
You built this yourself?
Oh, yeah. No.
I'm just kidding. I know better.
Gee.
YouTubers can't do stuff like this.
Corrales would disagree.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. In creative.
Well, of course. You ain't going to find any survival builders who do this stuff.
No. I'm afraid not. A little bit too repetitious without world edit and stuff.
Oh, man. So, how's things with you?
Great. Absolutely fantastic. Loving this new schedule. Getting to enjoy life, family, YouTube, Twitch, all of it. It's great. I've been playing a ton of games.
Well, that's awesome, because you've just changed jobs more recently. And that freed up your weekends.
Big time, man. And afternoons, yeah. Like, I just got time now. So I spend enough time with the family during the week to where I can kind of just veg out in the office and crank some stuff out the studio. I've been streaming a lot lately, so that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because you've really picked up your schedule on the stream.
Yeah, well, I still haven't gotten down to a schedule yet. It's more like a free time deal. But eventually, when I get a few more followers, I think I'll start chasing the ad model for Twitch, which you kind of need scheduling unless you have like 100,000 subs or something for Twitch to allow you to partner. So yeah,
right.
It's quite a bit to it, but it's fun. It's good. When I start learning stuff like that, it just kind of snowballs, and I want to learn it all. You know, kind of like the YouTube thing with the editing, and I don't know. You just start getting into it, and after a little while, it comes kind of like an addiction.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. I mean, we're both coming from the same sort of position there. But you started way ahead of me, didn't you?
For YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah, way back 2011.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think November 2011, I believe. No, November 2010, I think. This is my third year on YouTube, I want to say. So, oh yeah, it's 14, isn't it? Yeah. Dude, I'm tripping.
It is, yeah.
Yep. Yep. So somewhere around 3 years.
That's nuts. You've come quite a long way as well.
Yeah. Slow process, but it's steady. Slow is better than stop, so I'll take it.
Yeah, that's true. Because I've watched quite a lot of your earlier stuff. Did you have a channel before you started uploading more regularly? Because like, it sort of starts at episode 5.
No, what happened was my first 4 videos were formatted so bad that I did a montage of episode 1 through 4 where I cropped. So the pillar boxing and letterboxing would go away. It's actually first in the playlist, or it should be, for Cobblestone Chronicles, but or Let's Play Minecraft. But it's actually in order of videos. When you just look at uploads and scroll all the way down, you won't see it until a little bit. I think it was like 20 episodes in when I actually made the montage. And they were all short anyway. So back then I couldn't upload more than 15 minutes at a time, and I would like to do hour-long videos back then. So when I was just getting started, that's all I did, is just one LP. So I spent a lot of time on it.
Well, you did go up in the time because you, as your channel kept on, you kind of went up and up and up and up in the amount of time that you.
Yeah, that's before I knew about anything about YouTube and stuff like that. I was just playing the game and recording it. Pretty much, I wasn't doing too much structuring.
Yeah, we got to hear the phrase, yeah, I'd just like to finish this one first.
yeah.
Right, so you've had quite a journey. You started out on your single player Let's Play, and then you sort of went through a Raft of Service. Can you take us through that journey?
Yeah, I think I did. Let's see. I started on, I want to say it was Shanks at Dawn. And then that was a server that Armitage had set up. And what it was is I would watch One Wolf at the time. And One Wolf and I became friends. I went to interview him and stuff and toured his world a little bit. And after just befriending some of those guys through One Wolf, they ended up inviting me to the server. So I played with them a little while. And that's where I met everybody that's currently affiliated with Hypermind now. Then from there, I also got to join... what was it? I joined the fan server, the Minecraft fan server. I got invited to that.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually from Bree, which prior to the fan server, Bree invited me to her server, which was the Madhouse server. So I played on Madhouse for a little while, and also got invited by Suma to play on the Geomine server. So I played on Geomine a bit, and then I kind of just I got tired of the different communities, and there was always something with the communities that I hated that I didn't have control over. And FTB was being released, and I was kind of looking for something to inspire me before I'd start dumping money into a server. So when FTB rolled out and I had all these guys that I knew, this network of people, I figured, well, I guess I'll invite a few of them and see if we could play some FTB. I had no idea, but that's kind of how Hypermind was born, and ever since then, that's
Hypermind version 1.
That's pretty much what I do now. I don't play much on the modded server anymore, just because it's a lot to keep up with everything else that I want to do. But it's still nice to have.
You're building in a massive building on the vanilla server.
Yeah.
Well, you've nearly done that now.
Yeah, almost. So, I still got the upstairs to do, and one room downstairs, 1 or 2 rooms left downstairs. But it's a fun build, man. I never made a house quite that big in survival. That's not technically a base forever. It's just for aesthetic purposes, and I don't know. It's coming out good. It's pretty fun.
All right. Well, tell me more about the Cobblestone Chronicles and how you came up with that sort of idea of a series.
All right. So this is a little involved, so bear with me. When I started watching YouTube Minecraft videos, it was from a guy named QuickShot14. QuickShot14 was on the same era of Minecraft as like CoStar and X, and those guys, Kirshor. When Minecraft first started, I didn't even know about Minecraft at this time. This was all in alpha days, like barely after mobs were introduced into the game. Well,
I remember.
QuickShot was he built everything with cobblestone. That's just the way the guy did. And he was one of the more interesting YouTubers just because his commentary, and he showed everything. And at the time, the game was so new that everybody just wanted to see every little thing. I mean, when you craft torches off camera, people would get upset because they missed stuff. So he just did everything. And because cobble was so common, I guess, he just made all his bases mountain bases. Well, it took a long time for me to actually start YouTubing, but the majority of my inspiration came from that. And I liked the cobblestone builds because that's what I was used to see. And so I said that I was going to do the same thing. And I started looking for catchy titles and stuff because Let's Play Minecraft was so saturated on the internet already. I started brainstorming titles and just trying different things, and I would search stuff, and I just ended up coming up with the Cobblestone Chronicles. I use thesaurus a lot for everything that I name that I'm having trouble naming. Like I'll put story into the thesaurus online and start looking for other words like that. So that's usually how I brainstorm titles, and Cobblestone Chronicles was just born. I had my wife's son was living with us at the time, and he's into music composition and stuff like that. So he wanted to make some music for it, and he ended up starting to do custom music. And just with all this, I started to want to learn how to edit, and that's just kind of how I got started. I fell in love with it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, you'd also do editing tutorials as well, so that's another little facet about your
Yeah,
channel.
it's really fun. Tutorials are some of the most searched things on YouTube, and I wanted that search traffic. At the same time, I still wanted it Minecraft affiliated, and
Yeah.
I'm into YouTube itself, even though not everybody's into the nerd stuff like I am. I'm particularly into that type of stuff. So it allowed me an outlet where I was pretty good at it, and to get some search engine traffic and stuff. So that's kind of where I started, and it's a lot of people still watch those videos because there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of stuff I don't do for
Hmm.
them that I think has been overdone or done much better than I do. But when I find a particular niche that I can teach people about, that's cool to help them with their videos, I like to do that.
Like the ever famous green
Yeah.
screen chroma key
And I use the heck out of it, man.
all the
Yeah.
time.
I have 5 or 6 chroma key applications running on Twitch now that just
Oh,
take out
jeez.
background to do different things with text and placement of alerts and things of that nature. So getting some experience with that early on has definitely helped me. And in Minecraft, especially, you can make Minecraft do amazing things on video with green screen. Like you can get angles of character models without going into 3D rendering programs and stuff, and really make things do. You
Hmm.
can make a plane fly in Minecraft.
Yeah.
So
Wow. We have evidence
yeah.
of that.
So that was my whole deal behind it. I wanted to make the impossible, and I don't have enough smarts in the field of Minecraft itself to be able to manipulate the game mechanics like that. So I just decided to do it with editing, and it's fun.
Well, that sort of led us into a sort of new area that you're starting to get into, which is the more machinima type stuff. I mean, you can talk about how you got there and where you're trying to go in the
Well,
future.
machinimas, unfortunately, they take so much time, and they involve quite a bit of inspiration to be able to have a solid idea to put together on story. I suppose I could produce them with less plot, but I kind of just start out with an idea, and when I get inspired enough, I just do it. What really started me on machinimas is I got a break with Vintage Beef to do a to help him with a Steve versus Steve episode that he wanted to do. Von Rada invited me to go help him out,
All right.
so I
Cool.
wanted to do that, and he told us we can upload all the footage that we used to record it after the actual video was produced. Well,
Oh, nice.
naturally, when you get the attention of somebody big like that, and you're probably gonna get a like on the video, you don't want it run of the mill. You want something that stands out. You want to be
Hmm.
able to impress people. When you have limelight, you really gotta, pull all the stops out. So
Yeah, that's right.
I decided that I wanted to do a little machinima. It was the first time I'd ever did anything like that. And I don't know. We had to all be Steve, so I thought the Steve versus Steve, the Steve calling in sick thing would be pretty good. And I just started playing around with some voice acting. And after I got about 5 minutes of footage done, which took me about a day and a half to do, I
Woof.
said,
Jeez.
yeah, I said, to heck with it, man. Let's do it. I put it all together, and it came out really good. I think I got 7,000 views on that video and a lot of subscribers for it. So it was um,
Nice.
it was very, very well worth it. After that, I tried a couple little projects after that, which came out pretty good. I kind of need voice actors to help me out because my voice only has so many variables. I can't do girl voices to save my life. It just sounds bad. So,
I don't know. We've heard you laughing when you first saw Tiger with Trees.
oh yeah, yeah. Maybe I'm kind of girly when I'm excited.
So that's something you're looking to really generate more in the future, or
I don't know,
has
man.
that really piqued your
I'm so
interest?
fly by the seat of my pants. One of the biggest things about machinimas is that you want them to attract audience because any amount of time that you put into a video, you want it to
Hmm.
be very productive. And if you have to spend tons and tons and tons of time and effort into a 5 minute video that only generates so much views, you tend to look at, well, what could I do for less that would generate almost as much kind of deal, and you start
Yeah.
factoring out the time versus reward. And I do like creating them, but it's not something that I can focus on regularly with everything else that I like to do. I do want to branch out and do a few more. I'd like to do a Hypermind themed one with a bunch of the guys that are on Hypermind, and just some quirky stuff that we can do some short ones, you know. But I don't know. I guess I'm just waiting for ideas.
Well, you got to keep writing them down as soon as they come to you, otherwise
Yeah,
you lose them.
you're right.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, you're doing so much at the minute. You're doing, well, you've got four different series on at the minute, plus your Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
You're going a bit nuts. How are you finding all this
With
time?
this new job, man, I got tons of it. A lot of my content lately has just been so spontaneous. Like people just ask me to do stuff. After Minecon, I had like 8 or 9 people that asked me to do co-ops with them that I don't normally play with. So I decided that I should start taking them up on them offers. And one of the biggest things for the audience out there, let me give y'all a little hint. When y'all want somebody to do a co-op with you, make sure that you have people that not only know how to record and know what to do, but have an idea. Because I don't know how many times I've gotten together with people saying, hey, let's do something. I'm like, okay, what do you like to do? Oh, I don't know. What do you want to do? What do you mean what I want to do? You're asking me to do a co-op with you. You have to have an idea. So be a host. You know what I mean? If any sizable YouTuber or friend of mine says, hey, I'd like you to get together. What days are you free this week? I'm free Thursday and Saturday. Okay. How about Thursday? Let's get together, take 2 hours of time. I have a little co-op map I'd like to do with you. It's called this. This is a research for it. Just show up. It's relatively simple. We'll get a recording session done. We'll upload Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It should be about 5 episodes worth. How's that sound? I'd say, fantastic. Let's do it. I'll be there Thursday. That's a plan. You know what I mean? Somebody that budgets time. That's beautiful to me. Brainstorming over what to do for 13 hours on and off through Skype with somebody that you kind of don't even know, it doesn't help the efficiency process any. So that's a little pro tip.
Yeah, there we go. If you want to get in big, make sure you have a plan before you go in.
Yes.
Or do what I did and be
right. Well, no, you did good. You showed up for an event and you were very easy to play with. You did a very nice video from it. You got my respect immediately, and that's what you have to do. You don't have to do anything specifically show-stopping. You just have to be a good guy, because that's what this is all about, the community, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had a goal in mind, if I'm going to be honest, is that I wanted to get onto a server with people that I liked.
Right.
So I did a lot of research into it. I looked at a ton of servers. It's unbelievable how many servers there are out there asking for people to do YouTube videos.
Yeah. And that's kind of one of the things too. When you see people trying to recruit for servers, you probably don't have enough community base started to really make demands on content production and stuff. Like, I don't even do that. And I guess I run a pretty formidable server, you know. I don't care if people make videos. Look at Lone Wolf, God's sakes. Everybody does their part, you know. Lone Wolf done 2 videos since he's been on the server, and they weren't even server related, I don't think. But his
one of them was.
Yeah. But his community contribution is unparalleled, you know. So
yeah, it's definitely the biggest.
So far. I mean, I'm not particular when it comes to that. Mostly the reason that all the YouTubers that are on the server are YouTubers is that's how I met them. You know, it has nothing really to do. And when you're taking people in, like running contests and stuff like that, it gives you a good idea of what they're going to be like, because their personality comes through in their videos and you could see them. But other than that, there's no special requirements. You know, I have a problem trying to oversaturate the server. I don't want to get too many members. I just want it to be active. My goal for the server is when somebody logs in, that they have a couple people that they could talk to on a regular basis. You know, you could form little teams and alliances and do projects together and have co-commentaries. And, you know, I don't want it to be too big. And plus, for the viewer base, you don't want to have 40 freaking server members' videos to sort through at all times, you know.
Oh, God, could you imagine?
You end up losing views, you know. So.
Yeah, because you can't spread it. You've only got really a limited number of viewers. You're only going to have a certain amount of
Right.
overlap as well.
Right.
So you have to be. It must be. It's a tough thing to
Yeah.
manage.
And I'm very
Um,
friendly. I'm friends with a lot of people, a lot of great Minecrafters and a lot of great YouTubers, and you just can't have everybody on. You just
mm,
can't. So I don't know. It's kind of political, and you don't want to upset the balance because we all get along pretty well. And I've made my mistakes in the past, aka formal dude. Um, I just I don't want that to
well,
happen. So you got to be careful.
that was so special.
God, that guy,
I wasn't even there for
that
it,
guy.
and when I joined, it was the story that everybody
Yeah,
got told: is don't be
yeah,
this
he's a
guy.
legend.
Oh man. Oh, so I mean, how are your plans then to develop Hypermind further? I mean, have you hit the limit that you think on number of people?
I don't know. I'm kind of throwing around some ideas. Last year, I had an event called CobbleCon that was
Hmm.
a server invite event for my single player world before I ported in my new structures into Hypermine. And I
Right.
want to do CobbleCon again this year in April, but I just don't know what format I want to use since the server is now the new home to the series. So I don't know if I do anything with that. It might be a large scavenger hunt on a copy of our world and a server contest for
Oh.
it, a slot on the server contest on it. Um,
Oh
it
wow.
could be
That'd be quite good.
generating a new single player world that I use for upcoming machinimas. Um, there's just tons of different options, and I don't really know which direction I want to take. So I guess it's just a work in progress.
Wow, that's the nature of our game, isn't it? Constantly changing.
Pretty much.
God, this it's pretty hard work, this YouTube stuff. I mean, how much time would you say it takes you to actually just put out a single video?
That all depends, man. I've had videos that have taken me 2 or 3 days to complete. Had videos that have taken me um, 10 minutes flat. So it really all depends what it is.
Well, let's take a typical Cobblestone Chronicles
An
video
hour,
then.
an hour
About an
start
hour,
to
yeah? Is
finish.
that
That's a little bit of
uh,
gathering, prep work, kind of rehearsing what I want to go over, what I want to do, getting some ideas, maybe a little bit of research for inspiration on the type of build that I'm doing, and render time. Now that I have most everything, unless I'm starting a new series, everything in my editing software is kind of formatted already. So really, all I have to do is plug in and make a couple of adjustments to the footage itself and render it out and upload
away
it.
you go?
Yeah. So
Nice and
yeah.
easy. Oh man, so you went to Minecon last year.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, Chances are that it's going to be in Europe this year. Any chance of you going to
Yeah.
that, or maybe any other
Yeah.
cons?
Unless it's way, way, way expensive for the tickets. I'm definitely planning to go again this year. Last year was phenomenal, man. It was fantastic. And in April, I'm planning on going to PlayOnCon in Alabama. So that'll be
Oh yeah.
fun. I don't know if I'm gonna attend PAX this year or not. Um, Probably not. But I don't know. It really all depends. Sometimes I get invites from special people, and when I get stuff like that, it really all depends on how lucrative the trip will be. So that's kind of the
Okay.
deciding factors, When Good tells you that you
What?
could be his roommate, it's it's a little overwhelming. You tend up making special effort to get there and be there, for stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, any opportunity you got to seize, and that is a big name to hook onto just to stick
Yeah,
around.
yeah, and he's a good guy, man.
Jeez,
He's a good friend. I
he
don't
seems
talk to
it.
him so
I've
much
never
because
actually met him.
he's very busy all the time, but when you do get to hang out with him, he's a great guy.
Ah, maybe I'll look into that. Can worm my way onto a different server. Always got to be climbing the
Yep,
ladder.
that's how you got to do it.
I don't know. I would feel bad. I kind of like Hypermine and hanging around with you guys all
Yeah,
the time.
you just gotta like Slip and I always talk, and he's on Hermitcraft now, so you don't ever sever
Oh,
your
I cut him out of my
relationships.
life
What's
entirely.
that?
No, I cut him out of my
Oh,
life
whatever,
entirely.
dude.
And
You don't sever your relationships, you don't burn your bridges, you just kind of move on. I still talk with all the people that I was really friends on the fan server. I talk with a few of the people from Geomon, but I didn't really bond with many people on Geomon. I still speak with a bunch of people that are on the Madhouse server. And everybody
okay.
that was on Shanks at Dawn is currently affiliated with Hypermind, or almost everybody. So it's good, man.
That must keep you busy, keeping track of all that contact.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, dude. You just sit there and open Skype and people message you and you respond and you seem social.
Yes, I'm okay. Going to sleep now. Oh man. All right. So you've released a couple of videos recently with a little co-op map, the payday stuff.
Yes.
So what's coming up for you in the short term? What can people look
I
forward
did
to?
do an LP with Rayman 86 on a little adventure map that we did. It hasn't been released yet. I'm kind of waiting on him to finish up so I could publish it. Wasn't that good, but we had some candid time, so it'll be fun to see that. And
Oh, okay. That's
other
cool.
than that, I finished up my survival map on Twitch that I was doing cube survival. I'm uploading that. I'm about to start. I probably won't upload it to YouTube, but I'm doing Shadowrun on Twitch. I think I'm gonna start that today. I bought Rust today, and I
Okay.
might do some gameplay on Rust, some highlights because it's quite silly. Um, Other than that, I don't really know what I have coming up. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants, like I said before.
So no real proper schedule
Oh
or
no,
anything. Just
no.
sort
I
of.
tried the scheduling thing for a little while. It didn't work.
Ah, but you were at different circumstances then. You didn't have the time.
Yeah, yeah. That I might get back on schedule. Yeah, committing to anything is so I don't know. It intimidates me, I think. What I end up doing is try to concentrate on what I said I was gonna do, and I end up not following through with it, and I disappoint people. So it's much better just to surprise them all the time.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, so you've told us now about what the other games that you're currently playing. Tell us about the YouTubers that you're watching.
Um, I'm not watching.
I know it's
I'm
difficult.
not watching too many YouTubers at the moment, except for you guys. I'm keeping up with y'all UHC and stuff, which is actually pretty entertaining. You and Al did pretty well in your first episode. And, you and him, y'all always entertaining. I don't particularly watch y'all Dead Space stuff because I'd like to play Dead Space one day. So I'm not
Oh, right.
spoiling it
Okay.
for myself, but everything else that y'all put out, I watch. And sometimes I skim just due to time constraints and stuff, just make sure to pass you guys likes. But I haven't been watching a whole lot of YouTube lately. I've been watching a lot of Twitch. I'm
Mm.
keeping up with Trick2G, which is a very good League of Legends player, and
Okay.
he's got a very entertaining channel. I'm watching. I think his name is Seize the Third. Let me verify that because this guy deserves some some recognition. It is Caesar,
She's the
aka
third.
Squeeze, or CDN the Third. Um, he
Okay.
does the most electrifying streams I've ever seen in my life, outside of somebody like Bacon Donut or whatever. Um,
All right. What kind of content?
he's a Latino guy, and he usually plays Killer Instinct for the Xbox One. But
Oh, okay.
he's super interactive. He's got a legendary camera personality, man. He's really good. Um, he usually plays Killer Instinct. Sometimes he does other stuff, but he actually last time I was on his stream, this was something. This is one of the reasons why I love Twitch. He got everybody together. He says, "I got something special for
Oh,
y'all later." Right. Okay, so he made us put on headphones and he said, "Now you got to close your eyes." And he's like, "Don't worry, I'm not going to try to blow your eardrums off with one of these scary things or anything like that. This is just cool. Just trust me. You got to trust me." He said, "If you don't trust me, you can leave the channel." So he starts it off and he's like, "Now close your eyes." We close our eyes, and the program that he let us listen to is called Virtual Barbershop. Now, this
okay.
is like it's an audible video. Like there's no real video to it. It's on YouTube, but it's just audio. And they do some stuff with acoustics and headphones that give you all different types of sound perception where people are around you talking and cutting your hair.
Oh,
And
right.
I have to tell you, it is the most surreal experience I've ever had. I was laying in my bed at the time at night watching Twitch TV like I normally do. I was watching his stream and he played this for me. And when I tell you, I was smiling from ear to ear while it was happening because it defies everything that your brain knows and just makes you rely on your sense of hearing. And it's so incredible, dude. Like I wanted to wake my wife up and was like, you got to hear this. But I ended up showing it to my daughter and my wife the next day, and they said the same thing. Like it's amazing. I'll give you the link to everybody in the chat
Yes,
because
definitely.
it's I mean
That
in
sounds
the
awesome.
see I'm already in Twitch mode in the chat in the comments, and I'll make sure that they can see that because it is absolutely mind blowing, dude. But after he did that, I was like, this is what it's all about, man. That was great. Like everybody was thanking him because it was such a unique experience, to have, even though it wasn't his content. It's the fact that he shared it and he got
Yeah.
his people involved, and it was just really really good. And on the stream yesterday, I actually did it for the guys, and Benito's wife or Benito's girlfriend, Panda Plays, got to do it, and she said how good it was. So
That sounds
it was
really awesome.
amazing. Yeah, but
I'm gonna have to give it a go tonight.
and that's the kind of thing I love about Twitch. I'm typically a lurker, but I do
Mm.
watch a lot of it without even saying anything, and you get to see games that you haven't played before,
Yeah.
without really committing to videos or a series. You can pick up, you can meet new people. There's new personalities. I don't know. It's pretty cool, but I've been watching that a lot. I've also watched Little Miss Piss, not Little Miss Piss, Little Miss Piss or LMP. Um, she does some streams on different games. She plays a lot of RPGs and stuff. So I've been watching those two quite heavily,
All right.
and Trick 2G naturally. But
Yeah.
uh,
Well, we'll have to give them some love in the description for sure.
yeah, yeah,
If you
yeah.
can give me the links, that would be awesome.
Sure,
To
sure
Skype
thing.
them
Yeah.
to me over when you get them.
I
Oh
sure
man.
can.
All right. So, I mean, that sort of brings us kind of neatly towards the end of the show, really. It's been a fantastic having you on here because I personally just love listening to you talk. I love that whole Cajun thing.
Thanks, man.
Oh man, you were talking a while ago about introducing more of your actual speech mannerisms into your videos. How's that actually gone?
What do you mean? Oh, as far as just being Cajun and stuff?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to make that transition yet. Because on videos I tend to be a little more straightforward and professional. I
yeah,
guess I don't know why, but it's I guess it's kind of hard to loosen up when you have a plan. But I'm starting to do a little bit more. Like the stuff that I upload from Twitch to YouTube, that's me in my natural state, I don't hide a whole lot on there. Um, so I think I'll continue doing that for a little while, and I don't know. I may do some Cajun Antics series. Before Ruben and I talked about it. Ruby's from the same place as me, but he's a little bit less Cajun inclined than me.
All right. He's
You'll
more
never hear him.
civilized.
Yeah, he's a city boy. You'll never hear him speak French or anything like that. But I definitely think that you're gonna see more of that here and there as I loosen up some more.
Ah, that's awesome. All right, man. Thanks very much for coming on the show. You've been fantastic,
Thanks for having me, man.
and I'll definitely be seeing you a bit later.
All right, dude.
All right. Happy streaming.
Thanks. You too.